it's not a good time to start or pick up anything like that at all. It can really get out in front of you before you know it. And it seems like a great way to relax, or maybe to smoke some cannabis or to have a few drinks. If you haven't relied on that before, don't. Talk to someone, tell them, I really feel like drinking heavily, I don't know how to address that really, except that the weather's getting nicer, except for today. There will be outlets, being able to go outside, being able to get some activity, being able to put your feet in the grass, have some exposure to some of the natural beauty that's around. Those things are really important. I know a lot of us feel cooped up because the gyms and yoga studios are closed. There are some alternatives. We just have to get creative. But think about doing something like that, being physically active instead of just slouching on the couch and opening up an 18-pack.
To people that aren't battling addiction, there's a shared thing between people with addictions and not, and that's finding alternatives to the situation you find yourself in. Mentally, physically, we have the luxury here. They haven't locked everybody up here in Montana, so there's a lot of places like Dr. Rose said that we can go to, even if it's just along the River's Edge Trail or Giant Springs, or walking down by the river, provided that you're not going to get blown to pieces by the wind. Please be, unless you enjoy that. For pet owners, my dog has benefited greatly. I have to walk him every day, so it's good for us to kind of get out and clear our heads and let him run and do that. It's just something to kind of distract and break the train of thought that where somebody's ruminating and sitting down thinking, boy, I could sure use a break right now. And drinking or drugging isn't necessarily the best option. There are things to do. If you live with other people, try something new, play games, share readings. Share a book and read back and forth. We may have to dust off a lot of things that we used to do way back in the olden days, and just kind of go back and revisit. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's getting creative, and just how can you best take care of yourself mentally and physically,